We are back in another episode of Sledging Room, and we have plenty to discuss. India's domestic season will start on Thursday, as in it has already started with Buchi Babu, but we have the test regulars, most of them playing the Duleep Trophy from Thursday. But before that, Saurabh, Kingshuk, as Saurabh requested, let's do a little bit of Bangla wash before we get to the India, looking ahead to India. And remember, Bangladesh, who have beaten Pakistan 2-0, to give our listeners and viewers a little bit of context. Bangladesh beat Pakistan 2-0. In the first test in Rawalpindi, they've clinched their first ever win over Pakistan. And then they came up with a double, winning a historic series, handing Pakistan what their former Prime Minister calls a humiliation. It's just too strong a word to use in sporting terms.
Yeah.
But looking at how Pakistan have performed, have punched way below their weight. Okay, it's okay to call it a humiliation.
Yeah, probably.
Saurabh, Kingshuk, expected or not expected from Pakistan?
Not expected.
Hmm.
I mean, if you talk about Pakistan cricket team,
Yeah.
yes, since the last 3-4 years, they have been going downwards only. They have not been winning too much test matches. I think last time they won a test match in Pakistan at their home turf was in 2021. So I expected Bangladesh to give them a tough fight, but 2-0, oh my God. Never expected this to happen.
Yeah.
And this Pakistan team, so much changes have been done. New coach has been brought, Jason
Yeah.
Gillespie, the Australian mindset, sporting pitches, as they say. Everything has been done. A new captain is there, Shan Masood. And still you can't win a single test match. And you know what is more surprising or shocking for me? In the first test, you declared innings. In the second test, you had Bangladesh 26 for 6. And then you lost both test matches.
Yeah.
Sensational performance of Bangladesh, nothing against them. Because their pacers, Nahid Rana, Hassan Mahmood, they were very good.
Young pacers also.
Young pacers. But you have to give it to the Pakistan batters also. Chasing the wide lines. And why will you do it?
Credit
Abdullah
to
Shafiq.
Pakistan.
So there was too much talk about Abdullah Shafiq. Oh my God, Abdullah Shafiq is better than Shubman Gill. He will be second, Babar Azam.
No,
Yes,
he was. I think he was first compared to. He falls in that Ahmed Shehzad category.
Yeah. So
where they kept comparing Ahmed Shehzad to Virat Kohli, and from there on to Shubman Gill, and then now Abdullah Shafiq was also compared.
So a Pakistani, former Pakistani cricketer, and he's now a YouTuber, I'll not name him. He said that Abdullah Shafiq was said that he will be the second Babar Azam. Yes, he is the second Babar Azam. Man who can never step up when the team meets.
Falling over, edging the ball to slips, etc.
What is wrong with this Pakistan team?
Yeah.
And it's not just down to the players, if you ask me. This PCB president, Mohsin Naqvi, what does he know about cricket? What does he know about cricket? He is a political stooge, nothing more. That's what I think. And if you see this Pakistan team, every time you think that Pakistan cricket have hit a new low, now they can't go further downwards, but they come up with something new. So Pakistan team and their different tantrums and this test series loss, I don't see Pakistan team going anywhere else. Especially when you have seen Pakistan, a country which is suffering so much for different reasons, and then you see a young Pakistani athlete, Arshdeep, winning a gold medal in Olympics. I think Pakistani fans, Pakistani youth will look up to Olympic sports, to javelin more now than to cricket because of these performances by Pakistan cricket team.
Nobody deserves this loss more than Pakistan.
Okay, deserve is a strong word.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to back it up.
Yeah.
So we keep saying that we need to talk about winners when Bangladesh has created history. That country is also in turmoil, right?
Yes,
and
exactly.
it would bring the population so much joy. But when you lose a home test series, 10 wins, 10 tests they have not won at home. We have to talk about Pakistan. The focus is on Pakistan. And why I say that nobody deserves this loss more? Because T20 World Cup, say 15 days pehle, they appointed a new coach. What happened? Group stage exit happened.
Yeah.
They changed captaincy twice from the ODI World Cup 2023.
No, that was for the first one, I think Babar stepped down.
Yeah.
But
It was
changed
not something-
captaincy. I'm not saying he stepped down or he was thrown
Yeah, the
off.
captaincy
I
was
said
changed.
it was changed.
Yeah.
Shan Masood came in, lost 3 tests. Shaheen came in, lost the Sri Lanka, the New Zealand T20I series. Again, let's say he stepped down, right? What can we say? And now, just when they like this has been the history with Pakistan, that if they are losing tests, their batters are still scoring runs because they are such flat tracks. This is the first sporting pitch, so to speak, that they created. They played their preferred bowling attack, which was all pacers in the first test match, and they messed up. Two Bangladeshi spinners came in the second innings and picked up 7 wickets in the first test, which Bangladesh won by 10 wickets.
Yeah.
And in the second test, Bangladeshi pacers run over Pakistan. Bangladeshi pacers picked all 10 wickets in the second innings.
Yeah.
What is your team doing? Your uncooked players, uncooked management. There seems to be rifts in the team that the captain has to now come out and address and douse the fire that, no, I am not fighting with Shaheen. No, I am not fighting with Gillespie. And this is after the first test series at home. It is extremely concerning what their board has been doing. If their board would have had some sense, they would have come out, apologized, said some sensible words that, okay, this has happened, we are moving on now, we will see how to get better. Something that Shan Masood said. Shan Masood said that I don't care about how many runs I am scoring till my team is winning. Since I have not scored runs, I have to address my problems and we will try to move on. What does Mohsin Naqvi say? Something that Saurav hinted at. AI will decide the team. 80% AI will decide the team because there are no records of Pakistan players in their domestic cricket. And previous podcast also I said the same thing, is that then in Pakistan, grass and water is fed to AI to bring out the charts of the players.
My only problem is I've seen something that is prevalent over the last few months or years to say that, Sarfaraz Khan has suffered this. Sarfaraz Ahmed. Sarfaraz Ahmed has been sacked. He has been dropped out of the team. He was a Champions Trophy winning captain, for God's sake, right? And he was thrown under the bus. Babar Azam was thrown under the bus after the ODI World Cup. Whatever you say, he was made to step down the captain, and then he was brought back only after a regime change. Shaheen Afridi, was he the reason that Pakistan lost the first test? Why would you drop him?
No.
Especially when so much is going on. Do you think India would do that to a star player?
Never.
So I am just worried that nothing's working.
Instability is the rule of the land there in Pakistan.
The chief comes and says, we'll do surgery, and then he says we need more than just a surgery, but nothing will change. Shaheen gets dropped. People train their guns over him, saying that, he has not been performing. Yes, he has not been performing, but was he the only guy? What happened to Babar?
And why has he not been performing?
Yeah.
Because he's not fit. You have been carrying him.
I keep going back to this
series, every season. Why?
I keep going back to this 5-year-old Mohammed Amir interview where he said that all these young pacers are brilliant and good. They will play all format cricket for the next 5 years. And the second they will touch 27, 28, their bodies will start breaking.
And it is happening.
And it's happening now.
You name one Pakistan pacer. So now they have got a new pacer. Okay? His name is Khurram. He also has suffered back injury now after the second test. What is wrong with Pakistan cricket?
Another problem is, if you see Khurram Shehzad and Mir Hamza, they were consistent performers in domestic cricket.
Yes.
But you delayed their debuts. You gave opportunities to Naseem Shah. You gave opportunity to Shaheen, who did not play domestic cricket that much before. You first find a good young raw talent, and then you fast track him into test cricket. That's not how it's going to work, right?
No.
So,
especially in test cricket.
So only Indian fast bowler, to my mind, in the recent era, who was fast tracked to say so, is Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah.
Right? But if you ask Jasprit Bumrah that question, he'll be pissed at you.
Yeah.
I think one interview, he was quite pissed at people who asked that question. He said, people who think that I am a product of IPL, please go and see my first class records before that. So that structure is something that is missing. Whatever today they are unveiling coaches of the Champions Cup, left, right, and center. But what is going to change unless and until you unearth talents across?
And you know what? It's not just about this regime. If you talk about Pakistan cricket, so in the last 2.5 years, they've had 4 or 5 PCB heads. I think Ramiz Raja, Nazam Sethi, Jaka Ashraf, and then Mohsin Naqvi. How can you have so many changes of coaches, PCB heads,
and these guys changed the structure also. Yeah. So when Nazam Sethi took over from Ramiz Raja, they changed the provincial structure to something else.
And you know what? I don't know why, but Babar Azam is also partially responsible for whatever is happening in Pakistan cricket.
Why?
Because over the last 3-4 years, he has been the man who has led Pakistan the most number of times across formats. Okay? Yes, he took his team to a final in T20 World Cup. in Australia. Yes, his team reached the semi-final in the 2021 T20 World Cup. But what after that? Because if you talk to those Pakistani experts, they say that our cricket has suffered more because we won something under Babar Azam. Because then you gave superstar status to Babar, Shaheen and Rizwan. Okay, Rizwan is scoring runs. But if you see Rizwan...
Rizwan scores runs after his entire team
Exactly,
has been
exactly.
gone
That's
down
what
and
I'm
they are
saying.
going to lose the
This
match.
Pakistan team, and you talk about Mir Hamza. Mir Hamza is not young. He's 32-year-old. He has played over 300 first-class matches in Quaid-e-Azam Trophy and different domestic matches in Pakistan.
Yeah, that is in cricketing terms you're talking about, right? 32 is still young.
Yeah, I'm cricketing terms. I'm talking
yeah.
about cricketing terms. For a fast bowler, for a left-arm pacer...
He's taken that personally there.
Yeah.
No, I was not.
32 is still young. Yeah.
No, but when you talk about cricket, your peak ends at 32, 33 as a fast bowler, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, maybe before. I don't know. Sports science is a tricky thing.
But still,
in general terms, 32, 34 max.
Yeah, you talk about South Asian pacers.
Yeah.
And now you see, because there are a lot of problems you have to address. It's not just one man.
Yeah.
Yes, Babar Azam is part of the problem. The PCB head change is part of the problem. The biggest problem is this Pakistan government changing. And the moment the Pakistan government changes, they change the PCB head. The PCB head changes the coach changes the captain changes the team, and the team loses.
So the surgery needs to be done on the political side of things.
Yes, absolutely.
On the government. Stabilize the government
or
first.
you completely make sure that they are two different
PCB
things.
is an independent body.
Yeah, like BCCI is an independent body.
Yeah. Private body.
It is an independent body where you have a structure in place. There is a term for a coach, a term for a captain, a term for a BCCI president. So there is a process in place. What do you have in Pakistan? Nothing.
I saw that meme. In search of wins, we have lost the draws. Babar
Oh my
Azam was
God.
at least giving you draws in home tests.
Pakistan cricket is a joke in itself
But
right
at
now.
least,
Sadly,
at least I like the thinking that at home, why am I chasing a draw here? Under Babar Azam, there is not a single strong performance by a Pakistani team.
Now,
England
keep
came,
in-
they
keep in
rolled
mind-
them over.
Keep in
yeah.
mind, don't fall for this Shan Masood bullshit that he's giving in the
Shan
media.
Masood.
He has been very uninspiring as a captain. Let's agree that.
Shan Masood cannot
Not-
score runs.
Yeah.
He's a test average of 28.
No,
First things
explain
first.
me the uninspiring bit. Why, like,
What has he done in 5? 5 tests is a large amount of time. You judge Ajinkya Rahane's captaincy based on 4-5 tests. Had Virat lost 5 tests on the row, you would have trained your guns on him. Even if for a replacement captain, for instance, tomorrow, say Shreyas Iyer takes over and he loses 5 tests in a row, home tests he loses, and Babar Azam took over in a period where they hadn't played tests in home for a lot of years.
correct.
They were playing their test matches in UAE and all that.
Huh.
Okay, to say that Babar couldn't, yes, home pitches, but they have not played domestic cricket consistently there also. But now, after all this last 2-3 years of exposure, Shan Masood is coming and he's picking an all-pace attack for a test match in Rawalpindi. Tell me.
No, but see, I will defend Shan Masood.
I
here.
am not
You know why I will
entirely defending Shan Masood.
I
is what
will
I'm
defend
saying.
Shan
don't
Masood.
agree to that
I
based
will
on the
defend Shan
reason.
Masood. Why I will defend Shan Masood is, yes, you can question that, okay, why is he playing all pace attack? He's not the only man. Okay, he has played 2 series, 5 test matches as captain. In the first 3 test matches in Australia, who was his director of cricket? Mohammed Hafiz. Then you change after Mohammed Hafiz, things have changed.
Yeah.
Now you have got a new head coach who has his own Australian mindset. Fine. Then you drop Shaheen. Okay, you're not
You change
performing.
the selection panel also.
Yeah, you change the selection panel also. And then he's actually at least trying to give these young pacers domestic performance a chance in the test squad.
Ek stability to though. Like for Shan
Amir
Masood,
Zamal got a chance in Australia. He's injured. He's not
Shan
playing.
Masood captained his first test in Australia. They were done for.
And
There was no chance that Pakistan could beat Australia there.
Problem with Shan Masood is
He'll be sacked.
as a captain, you can be very good in press conferences, fine. But your first and foremost job is to score runs as a test batter,
Exactly.
which you're not doing.
And number 3.
At number 3, you're playing. Okay, first thing. Second thing, if your team has made sure that the other team is down on 26 for 6,
Yeah.
you as a captain needs to step up and inspire your young bowlers, domestic bowlers. Hamza is not young, but he's
Finish
not played
the
a lot
job.
of international cricket. Okay, you are playing. You have played in England. You are a captain of a county cricket team. You should know what to do and how to get more wickets.
Yeah.
That is my problem with him. But I will still say he's much better captain than Babar Azam will ever be.
Yeah, so 26 for 6, not closing out. I
That
now
is
think that I am
shameful,
judging
yeah.
Shan Masood too much because we have had one captain,
MS Dhoni,
who never closed out such
Test
situations.
cricket, especially.
Yeah, but moving on. A big series, a big season awaits.
You know what Bangladesh said after the series?
Exactly. That's where I'm coming.
What did he say?
That's where I'm coming.
I'm sorry.
Today, Saurabh Kingshu, we were doing a little exercise before we came into the podcast room, jotting down the 15.
Yeah.
Probable 15. There are reports and sources confirming that the squad will be announced before the 12th because the team is scheduled to assemble on 12th for their preparatory camp because it's going to be a long home season, after which you have to go to Sri Lanka, South Australia
Yeah.
for that 5-test series.
The biggest test series.
Yeah. So we were jotting down names and we were thinking, okay, will they play their full strength squad knowing what has happened
In Pakistan.
See, whatever, yes, like Saurabh pointed out, yes, Pakistan dug themselves a big hole, but take nothing away from Bangladesh for what they have done.
Absolutely.
In fact, before the series, they thanked the Pakistan Cricket Board for allowing them to train in their country like 1 week before the test match started because whatever was happening in Bangladesh, they could not have thought about cricket training, leave alone training. They could not have thought about cricket at the first place. So that was a gutsy performance from Bangladesh. And from whatever has happened in the last few home series for India, yes, they have won series, but they have not been super dominant as teams in the past. I think Bangladesh shouldn't be underestimated.
No.
So when we were jotting down names, we were putting a question: should Jasprit Bumrah play that Test series? Probably that will be my first question on this pod room when you come into that home season. Will you pick Jasprit Bumrah for this series?
Why are we even questioning? Like, we are coming off a ODI series loss against Sri Lanka. If Gambhir had his way, Jasprit Bumrah will be playing every single test matches at home. Because, like you say, Bangladesh cannot be underestimated now. They just defeated Pakistan.
Yeah.
And if we play a young pace attack, if Bangladesh had 26 for 6, and if Liton Das and Mehdi turn up,
I will answer Kingshu.
What happens?
Let him. Then comes Ashwin and Jadeja in the picture.
Arey
And they roll out
bhai.
Bangladesh. I will tell you what. Bumrah cannot play Bangladesh Test series if
Why?
you ask me.
Yeah.
Because
Even I think so.
you have to play New Zealand at
Three
home.
tests.
3 tests.
And more importantly, then you have to go to Australia.
But that is why you need
5
miles
tests.
under your legs, bhai.
No, that is what I'm saying. So
Off season में से निकल के direct Australia में जाके 5
that
tests
is
नहीं
what I'm
खेल
telling
सकते.
you. No,
3 tests.
you have a test series against New Zealand. Play him there.
Yeah.
हाँ, you
I
give
will
him
agree
rest
with
and
all your
in
logic
one
and
test
don't
match there.
underestimate Bangladesh. But Bangladesh won against Pakistan. We defeated England. And we had pacers who were doing their job.
Yeah.
We got Arshdeep, we got Mukesh Kumar was not impressive. I agree with that. Akashdeep was good. There have been talks about Arshdeep Singh. Yes, I agree. Arshdeep Singh is not experienced and he bowls too full. But still, you have to give him some chance.
That is
somewhere.
a fast track that I don't want right now at
So
all.
what I am thinking in terms of the next few months, the next 6 months to be precise, you have 2 big assignments. One is India Tour of Australia, where you're going to play 5 tests and that will probably decide your World Test Championship final fate as well.
Yeah.
And then the Champions Trophy.
Yeah.
Right. So for that, I think you need Bumrah.
Yes.
And probably, or play him in the first test here and then give him a couple of...
Play alternate till Australia. Australia, mein, of course, you're not playing 5 tests.
No, you
Alone.
never know.
All 5
Pat
tests,
Cummins-
Bumrah will bowl.
No, I don't
You
think.
cannot,
I think
If
Bumrah.
Seriously.
the situation demands, say if you win the
And
first test...
then again the Champions Trophy question will come.
Exactly.
At that point, that close to the Champions Trophy.
No, from there on, it becomes winning the Australia series. If you're in a position to win the Australia series and if you need
I
Bumrah
cannot
for 5
risk
tests,
of my prime fast
my
bowler.
simple question to Indian problem with Indian team is, if you can't win a test series against Bangladesh at home without Bumrah, how will you compete against Australia?
Yes.
In Australia. Even with Bumrah, how will you compete?
My logic is a little different here.
Yeah.
I'm saying that if you are coming from complete rest, then you need miles
Play
before
New
you
Zealand
can.
series, play 2 matches.
No,
there.
three matches are there
saying
against
Two
alt-
matches
I am
खेलो वहाँ
saying
पे.
alternate खिला दो. Keep him there because again, if we are bringing young bowlers in and then we need somebody to groom them to go to Australia later on this year, I would rather have Bumrah in the dressing
We
room.
have Mohammed Siraj for that, for the grooming job. You have hired him.
Morny Morkel's also there.
Yeah.
Morny
How
Morkel's
by-
debut.
Moni Morkel, I think Gambhir and Moni Morkel should look at inducting a couple of young players.
You know,
If
Akash.
Siraj is fit, there is illness issue with Siraj. I hope he gets fit
Okay,
before
so
that
Shami
home
is not
series.
playing this series, not fit.
Shami might return is what. Shami
Yeah,
might return
so
for
that is
New
what I'm
I
Zealand.
have
saying.
only seen Shami training once. That also
Shami
in
might
his home
return
base.
for New Zealand, is it?
Yeah,
That's
that is
the
what I'm
report.
hearing.
Yeah.
He has
So
been training
my-
in NCA
my thing
teaching
is-
the Nepal kids.
See, I am not underestimating Bangladesh, but I still say we are 10 times better than what Pakistan team are. First thing.
I mean,
Second
to be
thing,
honest, we are at 1 and they are at 8. So
okay.
Definitely.
Second
Oh,
most
World
important
Test
thing,
Championship table. Yeah.
you know,
Yes, yes.
Pakistan as a team,
Hmm.
what do they have apart from their fast bowlers? Who is their spinner? Babar Ahmed, how many matches has he played? What about Indian team? How many? You know, there are 4 spinners who are fighting for the 3 spots in testing.
Yeah.
Kuldeep Yadav,
And anybody would have them in their top
Kuldeep
team.
Yadav, Akshay Patel, Jadeja, Ashwin, all 4 can fit into your test playing side
Yeah.
in your home conditions.
Any other team would
And
love
even
to
if you have a sporting wicket, they will continue to pick wickets.
Yeah.
They picked wickets against England.
Yeah.
Nothing against Bangladesh, but are Bangladesh better than England? No, they are not. Winning a test series in Pakistan cannot be a show of your
That
strength.
England Test series mein also, it was Bumrah that turned the tide with that Rajkot spell.
I agree with you. But England are a great test side. A side which has inculcated baseball. And you have
So-
always come out and
So
supported baseball.
if you were Gambhir and
Yeah.
you had just lost the ODI series,
Yeah.
would you not want your bests to come together at least for the
You know,
first
if
2
I
test
am
matches
Gambhir, of your,
of your
I-
home, and also home tests? Imagine this as
Yes.
a branding for BCCI. Imagine this.
I will tell you.
Would
I will
you
tell
not have your stars in?
If I am Gambhir, I will make sure that Bumrah rests in the Bangladesh series. I'm telling you, he plays 2 test matches in against New Zealand, first and third, and then he goes to Australia and plays at least 4 test matches. That is what I will think.
At least 4.
Yeah, because what I believe,
4 to khelega hi.
what I believe is, I have bowlers who can pick me 20 wickets apart from Bumrah also. That is what I believe as Gambhir.
So अगर
Indian
sporting
bowling.
wicket बनाया तो will they still play 3 spinners?
You can
Like,
play 3
What
spinners.
is a
against-
sporting wicket? It can
So
be a
some-
spin-friendly track. It can
No,
be
no. So something
Pacer
that
friendly pitch.
something
So
that we
even
did
if
in
you pre-
Vizag
even if you
against
prepare-
England. That was a great
even
track.
if you prepare a sporting wicket on day 4 and day 5, the
No,
ball.
sporting wicket mein, I am saying that my definition of a sporting wicket is a balanced wicket.
Okay, I agree
Spinner,
with you.
pacer, batter.
I agree with you. But even if it's a balanced wicket, which Harbhajan and Kumble claim that they used to have in their era.
Nonsense.
Yes,
No,
they had. They had.
Any day-
Nagpur only had it.
Any day,
Yeah.
any day, I would play 3 spinners in India regardless of the
Yes.
pitch.
3
Because-
spinners including
because-
Akshar and Jadeja.
Yes. Why? Because these 2 spinners are not just spinners. They can bat for you. They can score
Exactly.
runs for you.
And that's a
And,
huge
you know,
headache
one
solved.
thing which, my problem, if I'm Gambhir, I'm telling you, what is my biggest problem? My problem is the top order.
Yes, I agree. That is what I was going to come at.
Not
Pata hai,
Bumrah.
Our concern is not our bowling.
But
For our
before
bowlers,
we move away from bowling, I would want to endorse this idea that play Arshdeep Singh probably,
Yes.
or a
No
left-arm
chance.
pacer.
No,
a left-arm
Arshdeep Singh
pacer,
should be playing.
keeping in mind what we should be thinking about Australia.
fast tracking pacers
Arshdeep-
has never worked for us.
Arshdeep
Praseed got injured. Natarajan got injured
Prasid-
after the Australia series.
Natarajan was a stopgap arrangement for that.
Of course, it was 100%.
And
It was,
Natarajan
and
has
don't.
been injured throughout his career.
And
he has been
and
prone to
Arshdeep-
injury
and
before
selectors-
before that Australia series, he was.
The selectors have picked Arshdeep for Duleep Trophy.
Yeah.
Keeping that in mind is
Yes,
what
yes.
I think.
Be around the
And
squad.
his
Be around the
performance in
squad,
the
but
Duleep
don't
Trophy will
debut.
decide if he plays the test matches.
Okay,
or
so
not.
who does he play ahead of? Let's argue like that. Who does he play ahead of?
That
Keeping
is
in
what
mind
I'm saying.
Bumrah is not playing.
Okay, let's decide your playing 11 for the Bangladesh test
No,
match.
just let's decide the bowlers. Just decide the bowlers.
Simple. You pick so three.
So
you need 5
Siraj,
bowlers.
tick mark.
Siraj is your pace spearhead. First thing.
2 pacers, 3 spinners.
Yeah.
3 spinners is already fixed for us. Ashwin/Kuldeep, Jadeja, Akshar. Or who among
Ashwin
the...
Sir Kuldeep.
Matlab वही among
How?
the 4.
How
I
do you say
think,
that?
I
the
think
4,
probably it'll be Ashwin slash Akshar
Akshar.
slash Kuldeep.
Akshay Sir Kuldeep.
among the 4, 3 play.
Yeah.
Right? So we just have 2 spots for the fast bowlers
Yeah.
left now. Mohammed Siraj, tick mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next.
Provided Siraj
I will play
recovers.
Akashdeep
You will play
First.
Akashdeep.
because he
Okay.
impressed me
That's
when
a
he
good
played
call.
against. Yeah.
Just 1 test he has played and he ran through the England top order
yes.
right there.
Yes.
And your call?
I would play Akashdeep and Arshdeep in 1-1 tests if Arshdeep is.
No,
in fact, if you get him to the squad, you should play him.
No, my simple argument is Arshdeep has to prove himself in the Duleep Trophy
Mukesh Kumar,
first.
No,
you
that's
guys
what
are
I'm saying.
completely fine with
Yes,
sidelining
yes,
the guy
I'm-
who
I'm-
bowled very well in West Indies.
No, this is
Ek
what I'm
series
saying.
खराब गया against
Huh.
England.
No, this is
Because-
what I'm saying. If
because he has
Arshdeep
played-
is,
I'll
makes
tell
it
you.
into the 15,
Yeah.
then he should play a test.
Because you play one series in India and you fail to perform there. So by that, by
One
your,
of my biggest concerns with the Arshdeep call is that
Yeah.
Siraj is your new ball bowler.
Mhm.
Arshdeep is also your new ball bowler.
What test match?
Who
What,
is
what
going
do you
to
mean
be-
by
No, so
you
who is
have
going to
bowl
be
all
our...
through the test matches?
Yeah. So who is going to be our enforcer in this particular
Virat.
test match?
okay, let's,
Yes,
let's
why not?
Joke.
Why
Let's
not?
joke here.
No. What else? We have to joke. क्या करें अभी? Yeah, anyway, so
Why do you need pacers bowling in the middle overs? 3 spinners bowl them in tandem.
because in the England
You
Test
need
series,
you need
in
pace
the England
to
Test series,
someone to bowl at 100. Call
in-
Jadeja.
in-
Akshar can also do that.
in the England Test series, it was our pacers who broke through that middle order, forced through that middle order. that is something we
Yeah.
have noticed happening.
And
And
you know
to be
what?
frank, that ability to
Is
break
with
is with Jasprit,
correct.
Yeah.
whom you shouldn't need against
I am
Bangladesh.
again telling you the
With
same
due
thing.
respect to Bangladesh,
Right. So my the argument basically went towards is that is the reason I don't want Arshdeep in, because I don't know if he can bowl throughout in that Goodland spot, break
No,
the
that is
barriers.
what you want to
We
test
need
in
Mukesh
India
for
when you're
that.
playing
that
against
is,
Bangladesh.
that is when you need to, if he is good enough to be in the 15.
You know, when
First
you
home test mein
when
check,
you
ये
played
सब मत
Devdutt
check karo
Padikkal
yaar.
as a test batter against England,
So you
can
argue that
definitely
T.
play
Natarajan
an-
is a stopgap, then DDP is also a stopgap.
then you can definitely try Arshdeep against Bangladesh, because however good Bangladesh played in this test series, Pakistan dropped too many catches. There were no plans.
Bangladesh also dropped.
But
Bangladesh free mein they dropped.
Pakistan were on a different level. First thing, and second thing, Jason Gillespie, with all respect to whatever he has done,
Babar Azam's 22 runs in the first test is courtesy of Bangladesh dropping catches.
yes, that is
Else
what-
you would have gotten a
can
pair
you
there.
afford to drop too many Indian batters like that? Tell me, in Indian conditions, can you do that? Can
So
Bangladesh
any
think of doing
conditions
that?
you cannot do that.
No, in Indian condition, can you drop
no,
a
no, of course not.
You can't. So do not even think that if Bangladesh I will again say this, I'm not overconfident. Bangladesh, great job, you defeated Pakistan. Do not be overconfident. You are going to get whitewashed in India.
And this is solely based on the conditions, I think you are arguing, because
Not
we
the
struggled in
conditions.
we struggled in Bangladesh.
we struggle in Bangladesh.
We struggled in
because
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh
Shreyas
prepared
Iyer
spinning
got us
tracks.
through.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying you. The moment you prepare sporting tracks, Bangladesh will drop catches. Bangladesh are known for their poor fielding. And they were very lucky that they won a test series because they were playing against Pakistan. As you said, deservedly Pakistan
See,
lost the series.
I am still thinking that if you give them rank turners, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Definitely, as usual, because our batters
Do you
cannot
think they
bat
will give
against
rank
them.
turners to Bangladesh when they did not give it to England?
Exactly.
They will not.
And there is a guy called Taijul Islam who didn't play in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Some injury concerns or something, I don't know. But if Taijul is also in that 11, then it becomes a
And see,
problem.
Mehdi, I think, is the prime threat for us.
Hmm.
Mehdi is a
You know
great
who-
bowler.
See, all the great bowlers, they can pick up the wickets of the likes of Virat Kohli and Yashasvi Jaiswal, but they can't pick our middle order and lower middle order because these players know how to play spin. You talk about Shreyas, you talk about Jadeja, you talk about Akshay, you talk about
Shreyas
Ashwin.
Iyer को बोलो पहले एक सेंचुरी मार दे whenever he has the time.
No, he loves playing against
Whenever he
Bangladesh.
has the time for it, मार दे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, मारो भाई, मेरे को क्या जा रहा है, अच्छी बात है ना. Let
That's what
him
I'm-
score. I don't mind that.
But
I
what
am-
about the batters?
Yeah.
So,
Like the top three, the top four picks itself, right?
Yeah, so Rohit,
Yeah.
Jaiswal, then you have Shubman
Yeah.
and Virat. Top four is there. Then who is the number 5th batter? Is it Shreyas or KL or Sarfaraz?
Virat if he comes.
Virat is number 4.
If he comes.
No, I think
Whenever he decides to come to India.
Virat is number 4. What are you saying?
Virat
Virat
आ
is
गया
number
क्या?
4.
Where is he right now? London or India?
We are not playing right
he
now,
is,
na?
wherever he is.
They are 2 weeks.
Abhi
They are 2 weeks
दूर
your
है
test
यार,
series.
वो
He will
लोग.
come and play.
हाँ, great. If he comes and plays, then तो great. कुछ भी
He
नहीं
will
कर
play.
सकता. हाँ, तो let him come.
What you do in your personal time, no one asks.
Yeah.
Wherever you travel, no one asks.
Yeah, you asked me in the
And
morning.
you have to come back and work on Monday morning. If you
All it
come and
matters
work,
is what
you're
are you doing
done.
in your 9 hours.
Yeah.
So
of course,
all
of
it
course.
depends. All
Of
it matters
course,
is
of course.
what
Yeah.
Virat is doing is
Of
on
course,
test
of
match
course.
days.
Yes,
Yeah.
just please
London,
come and
this,
play.
he's talking like a troll, that social
Yeah,
media
he-
troll.
absolutely.
अरे नहीं,
London
मेरे
में
को
या
मेरे
यहाँ
को
पे
थोड़ी
है.
जा रहा है भाई. I just want him to come. I just want him to see his
Why
He
face.
will come.
has
Why
he
will
not?
not
Did he
come?
not
See
play
his
the
face.
T20 World Cup?
When Gambhir wanted him to play the Sri Lanka series, he
Yeah.
did not come.
That was very nice.
Yeah.
That was very nice of him.
So he will
I mean,
come
not
and
very
play.
nice of him. He's contracted to do that.
No,
okay.
but my question to both of you is, what is going to be your middle order?
No, I would want Sarfaraz Khan at number 5 because
No Shreyas,
no Shreyas
no
and
KL,
KL for the first test at least, because you've stuck with Sarfaraz throughout the England series and he has not
because there were
disappointed.
injuries.
Of course, but he has not disappointed.
Yeah.
So I think he should get a chance, look in ahead
longer
of these
run.
two. At least a look in, at least in the first test, ahead of these two. Or look at the Duleep Trophy performances.
So you are saying Rohit,
Yeah.
Jaiswal,
Mm.
then you have
Shubman.
Shubman,
Yeah.
Virat,
Virat.
then Sarfaraz, number
Sarfaraz.
6,
Number 6 is
Jadeja.
Wicket keeper.
Rishabh
Pant.
Pant for me.
Okay, Rishabh Pant. yeah,
Although I'm going back on the argument that I just now made, Dhruv Jurel did well.
but
but-
Jurel will not play.
Yeah, but
The first question is Rishabh Pant match fit
yeah,
to play 5 days of test cricket?
that is
and
something that we
wicket
all have
keep
to
for
look at.
2.5 days.
That is why he's playing
That is
the
what
trophy.
we have to
That is
look
where
at.
he has to prove himself, his fitness.
Yes.
I think it is, for the others, it's about sealing their place. It's about just cementing their form, finding the form back. For Rishabh, it'll be a little more than that in the Duleep Trophy round 1, I think. I think Rishabh has to impress the selectors and tell the team management, tell Rohit Sharma, Gautam Gambhir, that I am capable enough to do 5 days of hard wicket keeping. Yes, he has been sensational since the time he has come back. But remember, he has not played a first-class match since that Bangladesh series is what I think.
Has he kept in ODIs? Was he there in the Sri Lanka series?
I think he was the wicketkeeper. He was the wicketkeeper in the Sri Lanka series. He played.
I don't remember exactly, but like one of the things for me is that again I don't want to fast track Rishabh to a 5-day game and then expect his body to stay fit and intact till the Australia series, right?
But then your argument comes into place where you said that Bumrah need miles under his leg. Pant needs to prove his match fitness by playing a test.
No, so Bumrah is not coming back from an injury. Pant is coming from an injury where we need to monitor his workload. Bumrah is coming from a break where you need miles under your legs to be at your peak.
For that similar thing,
it's not the same.
No, BCCI for Rishabh Pant, BCCI devised this Duleep Trophy because Duleep Trophy was never played like this. It was a zonal tournament. North zone versus South zone versus East zone versus West zone. Now you have 4 teams: Team A, Team B, Team C, Team D, where you can see all your star test performers, so that they can play domestic cricket and prove that yes, they are match fit to play in the test match, and form wise also they are good.
So what I'm arguing is that you know how Delhi Capitals treated Pant, and I give Delhi Capitals a lot of credit to get Pant match fit till the T20 World Cup. The first game they did not shove him into the keeping position. The gradual and also the impact player rule helped there.
Yeah,
gradually he came up to that. Even in T20 World Cup he was not fully fit as a wicket keeper, but he did well. We won the World Cup.
How about I understand your concern, like giving him 10 tests in succession, is that a good thing to do? If he is good with the bat, probably have him at number 5.
Yes, so that is what I was going to say.
So then you will play
that a pure batter,
any other wicket keeper,
pure batter Rishabh Pant.
Who any other wicket keeper? KS Bharat is not good enough to.
KL
Rahul can't keep wickets for 5 days. That is the biggest argument.
Good. We are in unison. No problem. I don't mind that.
then probably Dhruv Jurel.
But with that,
who will Dhruv Jurel replace?
Rishabh Pant.
Who will Rishabh Pant replace?
Rishabh Pant replace Sarfaraz.
Shreyas Iyer or Saifu Bhai.
Okay.
If Rishabh gets going, you don't have a better match winner for that middle order.
No, I have always since the day Dhruv Jurel played that knock against England, and when he did that salute to his father, I have always fancied the idea of Dhruv Jurel and Rishabh Pant playing together for India in the lower middle order.
Why?
You will see how different this team looks.
Why?
This
and
what does that
at
pair
home
bring?
conditions you don't have to worry too much, because our batting order starts after 5.
Yeah.
Ashwin is there, Jadeja is there, Akshar is there.
Yeah.
They are going to do the bulk.
Yes.
If needed, jokes aside, if needed, they'll step up more than required.
Yeah.
But you have to think about Australia also. Now you need to solidify those middle order spots. You can't just say, okay, Ashwin, Jadeja and Akshar will score runs for us.
You have got 5 test matches before that.
5 test matches where you need to identify, like you said, a solid number 5, be it Rishabh Pant, Shreyas Iyer or Dhruv Jurel,
KL Rahul, Sarfaraz Khan.
Out of the left field move, bring Surya Kumar back and make him a good test
match.
And he's again, Surya Kumar's again started that whole agenda PR of I want to play test cricket, I want to play test cricket.
You are not good enough to play test cricket.
That is what he said. Like,
so,
so you need to find that 5 and 6 right now is what I'm saying.
Any person who has represented any national team wants to play test cricket. Yeah.
Apart from the West Indies players.
There is a different issue altogether there. So you can continue with your agenda. You have been named a T20I captain with Ajit Agarkar and Gambhir reiterating that you will be playing that format only.
Which
not
is
even
a
ODIs.
clear segregation of duties.
Yes. And that's very good.
Yeah.
They have done a very good job.
Yeah.
But then they lost an ODI series in Sri Lanka. And now there is a lot of questions because this is going to be the first test in the Gambhir era.
Yeah.
First test series. And then Bangladesh have defeated Pakistan. Too much building up. But still I will say, if I am Gambhir, don't bring Bumrah. Rishabh Pant ko tabi lao if you think that he is completely match fit. And he can keep for at least 3 or 4 days.
Quickly. Tell me 5-6 options. Only I have given out those 5.
What options have you given?
Rishabh Pant, Dhruv Jurel or Rishabh Pant, Shreyas
So
Iyer.
if you ask me, in India against Bangladesh, my batter at number 5 will be Shreyas Iyer. I want him to play ahead of Sarfaraz.
KL, not KL.
No, not in India.
Spinner se dar gaya.
Especially, yes.
Na bol ke.
No, dar ke kya?
Are we Pakistan?
No, but I told you that our top order, the problem starts after top order.
True.
You need someone to help the lower middle order.
Yeah.
And Shreyas Iyer has done it against Bangladesh earlier. So he can do it again. Then you have Rishabh Pant. Then you have
so
Jadeja.
Rishabh Pant is your keeper.
He is my keeper. Provided he stays fit and he proves in the trophy.
Okay, what if he is not ready for Bangladesh yet?
Dhruv Jurel. You have a ready-made option picked in. He has performed.
Maintain some sense of continuity is all I ask for.
What?
Yeah, like you saying na, that Dhruv Jurel has to come in if Pant is not fit.
Yeah.
That is all I want.
Yeah, that is what
That
I'm
is
saying.
all I want.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm
I
saying
have
that
always said that Duleep Trophy is there. You perform there, prove your match fitness, score runs, take wickets. You come in a test side.
this is a sledging room and we are sledging BCCI. So I am agreeing with you that sense of continuity needs to be maintained.
If Rishabh Pant probably is batting well, say he scores 100 in Duleep Trophy, but probably has some issues keeping wickets, I'd still go for him as a specialist batter, is what I said.
I agree.
And probably get Dhruv Jurel in. Because I still think Rishabh Pant, if he is in good form, no disrespect to anyone else, but is a better match winner than all those contenders at number 5.
I agree with your explanation.
Assessment. Yeah.
I agree with you. Absolutely.
So,
and he's proved it in the past.
yeah.
After
And also it gives us that
format.
It
Yes.
also gives us that lefty-righty
Very good,
thing there
yes.
also.
See, Yashasvi, like all people are already building up Yashasvi for Australia. I'm sure he'll do well against, after that historic series against England,
700 run
where he
marke usne.
broke Sunil
You know,
Gavaskar's record.
I'm excited to watch that Hassan Mahmood, Nahid Rana versus Yashasvi Jaiswal.
Yeah.
Because
You know,
these two Bangladeshi
I am
pacers-
very worried about Hassan Mahmood and Nahid Rana.
Why?
As great as they are, young pacers are extremely prone to a workload injury, and they bowled their heart out in that Pakistan game. If you watched it,
And a couple of sixes from Yashasvi at the start might just,
might just
And
demoralize
them.
Yashasvi is no Abdullah Shafiq or Saim Ayub. He has
and
proven
there
himself.
is, and there is one,
But that also, I
and there is
think,
one Bade Bap waiting there.
Rohit Sharma.
You never know how he's going to play Test cricket.
Yeah, Rohit Sharma is Rohit Sharma.
He has been,
And Rohit Sharma-
from that England series, he has been bashing everyone.
You know, he looks on a different level. Like he looks like he has
In that Sri Lanka ODI series,
no
from
apps
the
to
very
give, and
little
he
we
will do
watched
whatever
it,
he is up to. He will
Yeah.
score runs. He will score those sixes.
that is what umpire Anil Chaudhary was also talking about in one of his podcasts. He said that have you seen Rohit Sharma? When other batters play, it feels that 160 km/h is bowled. When Rohit plays, you feel this is 120, 130. That's the level difference between him and the other
Yeah, I
players.
just hope that he doesn't hook or pull so much in Australia.
Mat karna,
You know,
bhai.
it was frustrating to see him getting out to that shot in 2021, 2020.
But what if he hooks and pulls and gets those sixes against the likes of
That's
Pat
there.
He
Cummins?
does get it and then
And
he
then
gets out.
out.
That is
Yes.
the issue. And he will pick that one fielder who's there.
He is known for picking that one field, especially in
I
Test
just
cricket.
hope. I just hope they carry Pujara with them and make him sit in the dressing room.
Oh, you know, Pujara, for all he is not in part of our test squad,
Yeah.
but if Hazelwood sees him, Hazelwood will, my God, please God, don't give me a heart attack. Is this guy coming to bat?
Yes. Still remember that 521 runs he
Oh
scored.
my God.
521 minutes or something. You know, Pujara Hazelwood was like, the moment I saw Pujara, it
No,
felt.
Pujara used to break them down.
Yeah.
One of the things that I was also thinking there,
Okay, you
just
give your-
for the
yeah.
Australia series, that we are going to have miles under our belt. We are going to play so many tests. Australia have a completely different approach. Cummins is resting for the next 2 months.
Yeah.
And then he will get into the groove.
Yeah.
And I wonder if this makes a little bit of difference or not. Like Australia are chatting it up that this is our last frontier. We have not won for 10 years.
Are they putting, the
They are
first
putting
test
the
will
pressure
be-
on themselves, I think.
Yeah, if India nick the first test, it'll be fun. But before, that's far away. That's like 3-4 months away now. You give your options. You are giving both of us Gyan.
No, my options are
5.
also the same.
Oh.
I just think that for me, like cutting out Shreyas Iyer feels a little bit harsh because it seemed like at that point there was a little miscommunication between him and the board that he was playing Ranji, not playing Ranji, got dropped because of his back issue, came out and said that nobody believed me, and that's what I felt sad about. So ideally, against Bangladesh, Shreyas is the best name to come in. So Shreyas, Pant / Jurel, whoever Duleep Trophy decides, I am fine with that. And then the spinners and the pacers. But I agree with your call, and I would definitely take Pant as the X factor at 5, and then Jurel for my stability as a keeper. Because I have enough batting to rescue me out of those situations, even if my X factor fails.
Yeah.
So why not make the bold choice for a verified batter who does bat well against spin and can change the complexion of the match in the 20-30 overs that he bats?
Who? This is Shreyas?
You know,
or
This
Pant?
is Rishabh Bhai.
My only worry is all that we have discussed. Gautam Gambhir, Abhishek Nair, they changed the batting order in the ODI series against Sri Lanka.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do the
No,
same in the
that-
test
that's
series.
too much to ask. Even, yeah.
I will not put it aside Gautam Gambhir. He can do anything.
But bringing in Rishabh Pant and dropping Shreyas Iyer will be the most Gautam Gambhir thing ever. A bold choice. But I wonder if he'll do it because Shreyas Iyer is again IPL captain, winning captain,
No,
KKR
but
sympathies.
IPL is not test cricket.
But KKR league na. Abhishek Nair is from KKR, Gautam
that does
Gambhir is
not
from
work.
KKR.
I don't think that will work.
Shreyas Iyer has done nothing wrong in terms of attitude.
Because Gautam Gambhir is not the only man who will be deciding that.
If that was the case, Sanju Samson would have played all matches under Rahul Dravid's coaching.
Sanju Samson who?
Sanju Samson would have played all matches under Rahul Dravid's coaching.
That white ball failure.
The previous Rahul Dravid reportedly is going to get Rajasthan Royals goal back as well.
Samson in
But none of us address the big elephant in the room, KL Rahul concern. Will you have him in the 15 at least?
Definitely I will have in the 15. Because, when you ask me about the Australia series, you don't have a Pujara, you don't have a Rahane. You need experienced batter, a couple of experienced batter in the middle order.
Yeah.
Virat, for all he has achieved in Test career, he's not been scoring runs. He did not score runs against England.
Yeah.
So I would want a KL Rahul who has performed when you have asked him to perform in overseas conditions.
Yeah.
Rohit and KL are your best batters in overseas conditions.
Yeah, even in the last outing against Australia and Ahmedabad, KL auditioned very well for the Border Gavaskar series.
Come on, stop that. You're talking about the final.
Was
don't
it?
do this.
Jokes apart, but
KL would be itching. He'll be itching because Pat Cummins was the one who denied him.
Yeah, but he said in an interview after that also that he was trying to attack. Didn't look like it from that.
That's a different argument.
No, but jokes aside, but he has been
I
has
will
been a very reliable batter overseas.
I will definitely keep him in the 15.
Yeah.
And if not in the Bangladesh test, I will ask him to play at least 2 test matches in the New Zealand series.
Yeah.
And I would like him to play all 5 test matches in Australia.
Yeah, and we have our Ranji Trophy as well. People can get experience with that.
But
And
where
KL
will he play?
should be kept in the mix as one of the backup
That
options.
is what I'm
But
saying.
where you make a statement that
Yeah, suppose Virat doesn't perform in the first 2 tests.
Then what happens? Virat stays.
Virat goes out, KL comes in.
You know what?
Gambhir, coach is Gambhir. Are we not expecting that much from Gambhir?
Virat, I don't want to say this.
No, what if your Rohit Sharma gets an injury just before the Australia
Exactly.
series? Shuman Gill bats up the order.
yaar, ye sab
You
yaar.
know,
No,
you can-
Why not?
Possibility.
KL Rahul is asked to bat at
That's what
the
no one goes through that.
In
But
a stacked batting lineup, KL Rahul is not there.
no,
in the
I would
Indian
have him
test.
for
KL
his
Rahul is
experience.
there
And,
in my test side if you're playing overseas.
yeah.
You
That's
drop
my
who?
argument as well.
You're dropping who?
Shreyas
Whoever
Iyer.
is batting at number 5.
Stacked.
Who is-
Shreyas Iyer.
Whoever is batting at
Shreyas
number
Iyer
5.
/ Rishabh Pant / Jurel, depending on keeper.
Whoever is batting at number 5. I will drop that guy.
ठीक है, that is agreeable. We're just arguing that because we are not sure if Rishabh's fit or not. If Rishabh is fit and he's given the tick mark by the medical board, then Dhruv Jurel's out. It's as simple as
Yeah.
that.
He's just going to be the substitute wicketkeeper.
Then you can bring slot KL in.
Yeah.
Then you can easily place Shreyas in your playing 11 and change them up depending on how they perform with Sarfaraz, with Rajat Patidar, etc. etc.
No Hardik Pandya recall, anything like
Hardik
that.
Pandya
Who is
तो
Hardik Pandya?
अभी खेल रहा है.
On
अभी
that-
training
When
already
did
training
he
hard
last
हो
play a
गया.
test match? 7 years ago?
But
सिर्फ IPL के
Border
पहले ही
Gavaskar
all
में, where
those.
can we get a fast bowling all-rounder? Can your man do it?
My
Nitish.
man from SRH, Nitesh Reddy. Nitesh Reddy is playing Duleep though.
Yeah. But before you
No,
give
he's not in test.
so many options to...
Of course not.
Yeah. The squad will be out anyways in a couple of days' time, and we'll know what this management is thinking. But before we go, we should also let our listeners and viewers, comment on what they think should be an ideal 15 for the home series and also going ahead. You can send in your feedback on 8588 966 996. You can also email us on pods@indiatoday.com. If you're listening to us on Apple Podcast or Spotify, please do rate us. And like we always say, if you're watching us on YouTube, please leave your comment. We'll be very happy to learn your feedback. Thank you. Have a great week.